The Project Management Professional Certification Program includes a number of 28 sections and is aligned with the Project Management Body of Knowledge Guide developed by the Project Management Institute. So I strongly recommend you to also include the Project Management Body of Knowledge Guidebook in your reading list if you intend to participate in the certification exam. Project Initiation and Planning. In this course, you will learn what project integration management involves and why it is important. Once you have an understanding of what's needed to manage project integration, you will learn about the first two processes. These are what you use to create a project charter and develop a project management plan. Managing project work. In this course, you will learn how to direct and manage the work of a project. In addition, this course will show you how to monitor and control project work to ensure that work performance is in line with requirements, and how to leverage knowledge throughout the project lifecycle of the project. Project changes and closing. It happens every time. Your customer or team members come up with great ideas during a project of how the product could be so much better if. But that can be a sure recipe for disaster. This course teaches you how to apply the Perform Integrated Change Control process. It also explains the closed project or phase process, guiding you how to ensure product acceptance, tie up loose ends, and assess the project's success. Capturing, analyzing, and using project lessons learned. Every project comes with its own unique challenges. There is valuable learning that takes place as project team members solve problems and persevere through challenges to meet their objectives. Lessons learned can serve a dual purpose. In this course, you will learn about the basic steps involved in collecting, analyzing, and passing on lessons learned so that organizations are able to grow and experience superior performance. Strategically focused project management. As a project manager, your role is to ensure that each project starts out and remains in line with the company's strategic goals and delivers expected value. In this course, you will learn about how to achieve that on your project, from the creation of a project charter through closing the project. We will also discuss how to manage your stakeholder relationships with the goal of keeping their expectations in line with strategic goals. Plan and define project scope. So your project is all approved and you are ready to start. What's the first step? You need to figure out exactly what the end result is going to look like based on the customer's needs. In this course, you will learn how to plan scope management for your project, use the collect requirements process to gather and refine stakeholder requirements, and then how to turn those into your scope statement with the defined scope process. Create work breakdown structure. This course focuses on a single process, the Create Work Breakdown Structure process, or Create WBS, as it is called in the PMP guide. We are going to talk about the role of the work breakdown structure plays in planning and how it is used in control and reporting. You will learn about the important activities involved in decomposition to break down project requirements and deliverables in order to create a WBS, or work breakdown structure. You will also learn about an important output of the Create Work Breakdown Structure process, the Scope Baseline. Validate and control scope. There are three priorities that you'll face as a project manager. To make sure your projects meet stakeholder expectations and to make sure the project comes in on time and on budget. In this course, you will learn about two processes that help you meet those obligations: validate scope and control scope. In validate scope, you formalize acceptance of the scope by all parties. And in control scope, you manage changes to the scope baseline. Both of these processes are critical to project success. Define and sequence activities. Okay, it's time to talk schedule. After all, what project can run without a proper schedule, right? This course covers two key activities that you need to do when creating a schedule. The first is to identify the activities that will need to take place during the project. And the second is putting all those activities into a logical sequence that helps you create a schedule network diagram, which is the foundation of your schedule. Develop the project schedule. In order to plan a schedule for anything from a birthday party to a mission to Mars, you need to make an educated guess of how long the work is going to take, and then figure out the overall schedule. A huge part of your job as a project manager is to see that all the work happens at the right time. If it doesn't, delays in one area can cause a domino effect that cascades through the remainder of the project. So in this course, you are going to learn how to estimate activity durations for your project and how to develop the project schedule using those estimates. Control the project schedule. It is essential in successful project management to be able to monitor activities, to discover and correct any schedule variances, evaluate the effective schedule changes on all project activities, and make adjustments as required to minimize risk on your project schedule. So in this course you are going to learn how to apply useful techniques to control the project schedule to keep your project on track. Creating a project budget. Let's face it, at the end of the day, projects are really all about profit, no matter what kind of company you work for. Even if you work for a charitable organization or government, nobody wants to see a project lose money. That's why developing a realistic budget and then managing it well is such a critical part of project management. In this course you'll learn what goes into a cost management plan, how to estimate cost, and how to establish a realistic cost baseline for your project. Keeping your project on budget. Establishing the budget for a project is a vital process in project management. Yet it means nothing if the budget is not adhered to. Controlling project cost is critical to meeting a project's budgeted targets. And monitoring cost performance can mean the difference between the success and failure of a project. So in this course you'll learn about the control cost process, including helpful techniques that you can use to keep your project on budget. Planning quality management. In today's competitive world, customer satisfaction is paramount. It's so important that meeting customer expectations is how we define quality. So the quality of a product isn't about being 100% defect-free or whether you think it's perfect. It's about whether the customer will be happy with it as it is. So in this course you will learn about the project quality management knowledge area and the plan quality management process.